Hello and welcome to Friday Brew Review, episode
2.
Today, we're looking at a very special ale, all the way from the heart of Belgium, the town of Rochefort. There exists an abbey. In it are Trappist monks, and among many things, they make fine ale. This is the Trappist Quad Rochefort 10.
Yes, indeed.
So,
Alright, Tom, what can you tell us about a quad?
Quad is a very rich, complex, dark,
High alcohol.
high alcohol content.
What is the percentage on this guy?
I believe this guy is 11.3.
So we're almost in a wine territory here.
It is a barley wine. Yes. Quads are, well, they kind of originated in Belgium. They are strong, dark, brown, and red, usually in color.
Yeah.
And, oh yeah, they have the alcohol. I'm going to take my time with this one.
This cap is very special to Tom, because it's a Trappist cap.
One of my goals in cap collecting is to get all the Trappist caps.
Yeah, you just keep...
So you gotta get that off nice and carefully.
I think that was pretty decent. I'm just going to go right ahead and just,
No dents.
No dents!
There's dents in that.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
Mine's going in the garbage. Alright, so, you can do your smell impression out of the bottle.
We're gonna do 2 smell impressions.
Double
Bottle
smell impression. Wow. Right away.
Ooh, you can smell that.
What is that?
Brown sugar. Ooh, caramel.
Brown sugar goodness.
Ooh, yeah, that is the stuff.
It's yeah, I mean, it almost feels like I'm just, like liquid sugar in the nose. A little bit. Now, when I pour this, am I going to get as bad of a head as last episode here? Like,
I don't think so. Just.
what do you think I'm going to need to do here? A little bit
I think
more
we'll be fine.
rotation?
It shouldn't be too bad.
Alright, we'll
Do
just
a
see what
little bit of a
happens. Let's just see what happens here. Seems okay.
This
Okay, it
generally
seems
don't
it's
have
getting a bit-
terribly
it's getting a bit
thick
big.
heads.
Big old thick head here coming up.
Yes.
But it looks okay. It looks okay. I didn't spill any on the counter. So we're not doing too bad. You know. Alright, I'm gonna give a proper smell impression now because I don't like doing the bottle thing. Not genuine. Oh, right up the nose. Yes, quite good. I'm gonna go right ahead and sip this right away because I don't want to waste any time.
You gotta wait too long because the head not too thick.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. I have to say, this is my first Trappist ale. Trappist, like Tom was saying, actually means monk.
Yeah, the Trappists are the monks.
Yeah. So this is
They make ales and cheeses and
it's a monk ale.
to finance their monastery.
Yeah. Because drinking, one of the things that they're allowed to do. So. Alright. What do you think, Tom?
I think that you get that brown sugar or caramel flavoring right away.
You know, it's funny because we were mentioning how this is we're almost hitting the percentage of a wine here. We're like 3% off a wine, and you get that kind of really sharp. Like if you take a sip of wine and it sticks in the back of your throat, and it kind of like permeates up from the tonsil area through. Yeah, you get that same kind of a thing with this.
You gotta sit back and let it do its thing.
It's really interesting. It's not something you're gonna want to down.
No.
This is a sit back and I almost want to use a wine glass. And you'll notice we have nice little
you gotta use the chalice
glasses.
Yeah.
But
it's warming. You feel it all the way down.
Yeah, it starts right away at the lips, and you feel it like all the way into the chest.
Yeah, you know in Pepto-Bismol commercials when it shows the thing go down, it's like
Yeah.
Coats the stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel this doing this. It's great.
It's definitely it's a really thick one.
It's like that, only it doesn't taste horrible.
Yeah.
It actually tastes quite wonderful.
It's pretty decent. You know, like I had the golden drac. I don't know if you guys have tried that, but it was just so sour, and it was just like.
Yeah.
And this is
with this, all the flavors are there, and you get your 11% alcohol, but you don't taste that alcohol quite.
Yeah,
it doesn't taste like an 11%.
It doesn't,
no.
But you are paying for your 11%. You know, like don't expect to be like, oh, I'm a cheap drunk, and not only cheap as in like doesn't take much, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. You can't go and buy this and say like, oh, I'm gonna get wasted, because you're still gonna end up spending like. How much did we spend for this?
I think this was $7 or something.
It was. I think it was even more. I think this was like $8.50 or something like that. I mean, it really depends where you go, I guess. But you're not gonna get a brew of this quality for like a really cheap.
You're paying for the quality, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
So, ingredients. What do we got here?
I'm really getting a very well balanced quad.
Yeah.
Nothing is too overpowering. A lot of quads, just some aspect of it will just be too much. It'll be too caramel or too.
Yeah. Well, because
sugar, but this is.
We got the brown sugar and the caramel. We got multiple things adding to the sweetness, so it is really, really sweet. But the high alcohol also makes it like a kick in the pants. So. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just enough kick, not too much. It's not something that's gonna go.
It's not unpleasantly kickish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you were gonna pair this with food, what would you do?
I don't want to say beef again.
Yeah.
Well, it would definitely do the trick.
Well,
it's gonna need a rich dinner, a rich meal.
It is really sweet, though. I mean, I wouldn't want to.
If you had this with chicken, it would just.
You wouldn't taste the chicken.
You wouldn't taste the chicken.
Yeah, you're gonna need something with a lot of flavor. So.
Something like a duck.
I'd recommend like a good pasta.
Pasta, you think?
Yeah, like a really nice like Italian spicy pasta dish. I think that would go really good. I do, personally. That's just me. But, use your imagination. So, midway impression. How is it feeling now? Same? It's warming up a bit.
It's warming me up.
It is, you're starting to loosen up.
Yeah, I was a little bit stressed out today. It's gone.
Yeah.
I just want to sit back and
have another sip.
Yeah.
Because it's that tasty. It doesn't. I mean, sometimes you get the aftertaste and it builds up, and you're just like, oh, this is just too much. But it doesn't stick around. It's pretty clean. You know what I mean?
It doesn't build. The aftertaste doesn't build. Sometimes the aftertaste builds and it gets richer and richer and richer, and you can only have so much.
Too much, yeah.
But with this, it just stays at a nice, chill.
It goes down clean, and it's just like a nice kind of,
Yeah.
It's really good. I like it a lot. So, are you ready for the big swig?
I almost don't want to do it. I want to have a few more small swigs before the big swig.
Okay. I'll do the big swig. The big swig is something that, I think we should do with all the beers, just because it's fun to see what
it does.
See what it'll do.
Yeah.
So, and especially with something like this with a lot of kick.
Yeah.
I really want to see what the big swig is capable of, so I'm going to go right ahead and...
Alright, let's do this.
Okay. The big swig makes me cough.
Yeah, that was quite a swig.
I gotta say, it's so smooth that it doesn't do much. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if it wasn't so smooth... The big swig might,
it might kind of kick your face in.
But in this case, it was just like, oh.
It's just a bigger...
Down it goes.
Bigger, but still pleasant swig.
So, I mean, there's no good reason to do a big swig unless you've had a really bad day and you've got to get up early. But, you know, yeah, so I'd avoid the big swig.
This
But
is not a big swig beer.
no, it's really not. You know, if you're that desperate to get drunk, just take a couple shots or something. You know, that's my recommendation. Speaking of recommendations, would you recommend this?
I would definitely.
And what would you recommend it for? A quiet evening with a couple?
Quiet evening.
Yeah, maybe date night, you know? Where,
Yeah.
like,
You're on a first date, you want to look classy.
a nice dinner. You want
Nice
to
dinner.
spend some money and be like, I got some money in the bank. Yeah.
No, baby, have the Rochefort.
Yeah, yeah. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have one too. Because it's that good.
Yes.
Alright. Closing comments?
Closing comments.
My first Trappist.
And what did you think?
It was better than I thought.
You were saying you didn't really like quads when we bought them.
I was intimidated.
How do you feel?
I was very intimidated. I saw the 11.5%, and I thought...
You saw that the writing on the bottle was in Belgium?
Yeah, it was in Belgian. I was like, I can't even read this. I can't get any, you know, like, give me some... Just tell me it's going to be alright, you know?
And
Pat me on the back,
the
tell me it's going to be alright.
Yeah.
And then, you know, no, it was just so smooth. Like, when it's this smooth, you can't complain. Even if you hate it, it's not sticking around. But, no, in this
case...
case...
stick around for a while, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could stick around. But, you know how you make it stick around? You take another sip.
You just take a little sip?
Good to go. So, all of you wine lovers out there who, you know, want to try a very complex but balanced and very smooth beer, maybe check out Trappist Ale by Rochefort.
This is the Rochefort 10.
Rochefort 10. There's also Rochefort, what do we see? Rochefort 8?
For 8, and I believe it was 6.
So,
the 8 would be a triple, the 6 would be a double.
So maybe a bit less like wine, you know?
Well, they're completely different.
Scale down that alcohol. Maybe we'll do a comparison another day. But, yeah.
Today we're just going to enjoy these.
For now, let's just have the 10. Might as well, you know, do the quad. Rochefort. Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in. This is the Friday Brew Review. I'm Daniel.
I am Tom.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Alright.
Bah. Bah. It's actually really sensitive now. Maybe I'm just getting louder.
Just don't go bah.
Bah. I think we're good. Let me just test it now. Okay. So we're gonna just have like that. Bah.